Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michelle Cava, and I am a business consultant for the FIU Navigator program. I want to thank you all for joining us. So today we are talking about how to launch your business with customer-focused marketing. Give me 1 second. I think. There we go. So just a little bit about the Miami-Dade Business Navigator program. It is a program that is funded in part through a cooperative agreement with the U.S. Small Business Administration. And what is the SBA Community Navigator program? It was established by the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, where the SBA uses a community navigator approach to help small businesses with economic recovery. The program is comprised of a lead hub at the center of a network of spoke organizations that deploy community advocates to work with small businesses on recovery and resilience. As of today, we've granted 100 million to 51 grantees, and the funding is broken into 3 tiers: national, state, regional, local. So what is the SBA Community Navigator pilot program? Well, our goal is to improve long-term economic recovery and resilience among small businesses. And our focus is to place businesses owned by veterans, women, as well as socially and economically disadvantaged individuals. These are the organizations that comprise the Navigator program, our partners. The coalition of partners has secured $2.5 million to create the MDBN program for Miami-Dade County businesses, and our focus is to create a strong local community, a Navigator network to assist socially and economically disadvantaged businesses with consulting, mentoring, and training. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you all that this is recorded. At the end of this workshop, you will be able to revisit it in our YouTube channel. And again, my name is Michelle Cava. So today we're going to talk about launching your business with customer-focused marketing. And our agenda, I like to start always with a quote if you've seen my workshops before. We will have some statistics that I will share with you, how to build a buyer persona, how to build a brand position statement, the marketing funnel, reaching prospects and creating awareness, engaging and influence consideration, pave the way to conversion, build loyalty, and encourage advocacy. And I'll also give you some resources. So let's start with my quote. "The customer is the hero of your story" by Donald Miller. He is the author of The Story Brand. And what that means is that we should always have our customer in mind before we create a marketing plan. We want to know the challenges of our ideal customer and present to the ideal customer how we solve for them. Oftentimes in business, we're just, we want to make sales. And so we'll put out our own information, not really considering the ideal customer. So for the rest of this workshop, I want you to make your customer, the hero of your story. So a few stats you should know, because they're super important in knowing your customer, right? 80% of consumers are more likely to make a purchase when brands offer personalized experiences. So that means consumers want you to understand their journey. how they get to the point of awareness, knowing about your product or service, to the point of purchasing. 67% of consumers think it is important for a brand to automatically adjust content based on current context. So not only do consumers want you to follow their buying journey, but they also want you to make it real for them, right? Related to whatever is going on in the marketplace. 42% of consumers get annoyed if brands don't adjust to their needs. I'll use myself as an example, and maybe this has happened to you. But what the times that you have received emails from brands or businesses that absolutely you're not interested in their products and services, right? So your consumers don't want to receive information from you that doesn't adjust to how they make buying decisions or what their needs are when it comes to your products and services. So how can we build a customer-focused marketing strategy? Well, the first thing that we should do is build a buyer persona. And what is a buyer persona? It is a fictional, generalized representation of your ideal customer. So think of it as a brand avatar. I'll name her Sophia here to the right. But as you can see, Sophia's happy. She just purchased a bunch of things. And we want Sophia to continue to come back and buy more from us, right? So what we want to do is give the fictional character a name that represents the challenge you're solving. In my case, I help business owners get unstuck, right? So I named my buyer persona Unstuck Sophia, so that I am clear about what challenges she's having and how I can solve for that. So for example, the challenges that my buyer persona has is the challenge of time, of knowledge, and just showing up for her business, right? So think about what challenges you solve for your buyer persona. Also identify their interests. What interest does your business have that correlates to the interest of your buyer persona, of your ideal customer? So that way you can show up and connect with them, right? Because we all seek connection with the brands and businesses that we do business with. And then we want to incentivize them. So what goals do we have for this fictional persona, for this brand avatar, so that we can take them on a journey where they become a purchasing customer? Ask yourself, where do they get their information? We want to follow them on their buyer journey, right? So in my case, my customers usually Googling for a consultant. So I want to make sure that my information in Google My Business is up to date, that my website is up to date, because that's how they are analyzing whether they're going to do business with me. For other businesses, it may mean going straight to Instagram. So that's how intentional we want to be in building our buyer persona, understanding their journey from the moment they wake up in the day and think about your product or service, how are they finding you? And which content distribution channels can you reach them through? We have so many, we live in an omni-channel world, right? We have to be on Google My Business, website, social media. There's so many different social media platforms. But ideally, your customer is very strategic about where they are getting their information. So we want to put our buyer persona hat on and follow them again on that journey. So if Unstuck Sophia wakes up in the morning and she opens up Instagram, then I want to make sure that my post is the first post she sees to start her day, to motivate her and get her to want to know more about me and my services. So I want you to think about, how do you make buying decisions? Think about your favorite store, because myself, you, and others are a brand's buyer persona, right? So there are brands out there that are tracking our behavior, that understand, how we think and how we make buying decisions. So in my case, I love Sephora. And Sephora does a really great job of knowing what I purchase, when I purchase it, and sending me emails to remind me of other products that I may want to purchase as well, or remind me how my products may be coming up, where I need to replace them. So think about your favorite store and the journey that they take you through, and recreate a journey that's specific to your buyer persona, okay? And make sure that that journey grows with your buyer persona, because as we all know, our behaviors change from one day to another. Your communication should be personalized. Make your ideal customer feel like you are part of the family. All right. Another piece of information that can help you in terms of crafting messages to your buyer persona is building a brand position statement. And I know a lot of this is repetitive, but it's because marketing is meant to be repetitive, okay? Our job as business owners and visionaries is to repeat from the mountaintops as many times as possible all about our businesses, so that we can attain more clients, right? So a brand position statement helps us identify who is our audience, what challenge or need we solve for, how our company provides a product or a service that's different than others, based on what our brand mission or promise is, okay? And this statement is so useful because it'll be your basis for your crafted messages when it comes to marketing. So if you haven't, take a snapshot of this. But again, this will be recorded, so you can always visit our YouTube channel. Now let's talk about the marketing funnel, right? Because I feel like oftentimes for business owners, marketing is that mystery. Like, you have to do it, you just don't know what or how. And we sometimes tell ourselves that there has to be a secret sauce. Well, this is the secret sauce, okay? I want you to think about marketing as a funnel. And you'll see that at the top of the funnel, it's wide, right? So it's capturing as many people as possible. So we want to think of our funnel that way. What can we do at the top of the funnel, which is your awareness portion of the funnel, that allows us to reach far and wide as many of our ideal customers as possible, okay? And then you'll notice that as they go through the funnel, it gets narrower, right? Because it doesn't mean that you caught all those people and they're actually going to buy your product. Now we need to nurture them, because they move on to a consideration stage. And this consideration stage is where we want to show up and answer any questions they may have about our product and services. I want you to think about shortening the sales process. Then at the bottom of the funnel, we get narrower and we have conversion. This is when our lead or our prospect now has become a customer. But the relationship doesn't stop there, right? We want them to be our super fans. So at the end of this funnel, we want to delight our customer and we want to build loyalty. We want them to go out there and become our super fans, right? Build that word of mouth referrals that we love to boast about. So now let's talk about reaching prospects and creating awareness. That top of the funnel. This is where, again, identifying your customer is so important. What we're selling is not for everyone, and it can get very expensive if you try to sell it to everyone. But if you know your customer really well, it's easier to attract them and easier to show up where they are. You want to build a brand for your business, more than just a logo. The logo is super important, but also your crafted messages. Is your message clear about what you provide, what your promise is to your ideal client, and your approach, right? We want to build a lasting relationship. Get your business online. Again, we are in an omni-channel world, so we want to be in all the places that make sense for our ideal customer. Google My Business, your website, social media. I always suggest that you decide on one platform on social media and go ham in being an expert on that platform so that you can create more of a community and convert clients. Word of mouth. Incentivize your current clients to go out there and talk about and promote your business. Blogging. Blogging is an amazing way to show your expertise or how you solve problems for your ideal customer. It's relatively inexpensive and you can add it to your website. It helps with organic searches. By blogging, when someone searches your type of business, you may have an opportunity to show up higher in ranking on Google pages. And again, social publishing, as well as SEO. SEO is also known as search engine optimization. And what that means is that you're understanding how your clients are searching for you in the Google world, right? So you want to make sure that those words that they're using to search for you are behind the scenes on your website working for you. So these are the things that are really important in the awareness stage so that you can attract more clients to your brand and business. Oh, sorry about that. I want to go back. No. I'm having issues with my... Okay. All right. So now we want to talk about consideration and engaging your client. We want to influence your client. So how can we do that? Once they're aware, they're at the top of the funnel, and now they have funneled down to consideration, what should we be doing? So this is the stage where we want to build trust. We want to, again, speak to all the great things about our brand and business, but also how they can relate to our product and service, where they really get clarification about what we are promising to them, right? So in my case, if I am selling you business consulting, then I need to answer any questions when it comes to what type of business consulting, what results have my clients received, right? That builds trust. Or even just showing up and sharing some value. There are free tips for clients where they're like, yes, she knows her stuff and I should work with her. So consider doing the same with your brand and business. It requires listening and learning. And I think the best way to do that is by reading reviews. If you encourage your customers to write reviews about your business, you'll be amazed of the information that you can collect from that. And also, sometimes it uncovers, a new process or a new product that you can offer them. Lead nurturing. In the consideration stage, you want to nurture your leads. And you can do this in a multitude of ways. You can do it by email. You can do it by social. But what you want to do is let them know that you are encouraging that relationship to become a conversion, right? You are showing up and explaining how you can become a partner in their lives with your product and services. And again, use what's out there for you. Multi-channel world. So we want to use everything that's on our fingertips, right? Our website, our socials, emails. What's really great with the consideration stage is email marketing, because you have the ability to segment your database. So how you speak to a prospect is not how you're going to be speaking to a client that's already enjoying your product and service. So with email marketing, you're able to capture their attention and be unique and personalize it to where they are in the buying stage. Now we want to pave the way to conversion. So how do we pave the way to conversion? Yes, this is on repeat. You need to know your customer. So knowing your customer's behaviors really helps you guide them, because you are the wizard of your business, guide them to purchasing your product and service, okay? An easy way to help with conversion is making sure that your checkout process is easy and effortless. That means if I'm on your website and I'm purchasing, creams or makeup or clothing, it should lead me to the checkout so effortlessly and quickly so that I am making that payment. If there's any disruption at any given time, our attention span is so short. So I'm going to move on to the next website, right? Same for services. If you're offering professional services, like you want to make sure that you're sending out that contract and that invoice seamlessly and make it easy for them to become that customer. Always share a call to action. So when you are sending emails, when you are posting, have a call to action. It can be, DM me for more information, or click here on the email, to learn more about us, or to schedule a consultation. People want you to tell them what you want from them. They want you to guide them. So if you make that call to action clear, you have a higher probability of converting that client. Build your marketing and advertisements targeting your customer, okay? So not so much about what you want to position or show, but ask yourself before you put together any marketing material, advertising material, what problem can I solve for my client today? What will get them to purchase? What will get them to make that phone call or to schedule that meeting? Okay. I highly recommend that if you have websites that are up and running, that you connect it to Google Analytics 4, because it gives you a wealth of information when it comes to who's visiting your website, the demographic, location, and even behaviors, like what other websites are they viewing, so you can get an idea if you're actually targeting your customer, if you are actually converting, and how you can make a few changes so that your messaging and all your marketing materials really speak to your customer. Building loyalty and encouraging advocacy. So they say it's easier to turn an existing customer into a higher paying customer, right? So we want to incentivize our existing customers to continue to buy with us, but also to bring along their community and help us with expanding our brand awareness. So I encourage you at this stage of the funnel to share your loyalty program. A loyalty program could be many things. It could be, if you have a retail store, giving them certain points towards a discount for a future purchase. If you are a service provider, as I am, it could be a referral program. You can offer your customer, an additional service if they refer business to you that you're able to close. You can get very creative with your loyalty program. But again, always keep in mind your ideal customer and build it so that they can't say no. Offering an incentive to returning customers. Again, be creative with that, right? This is one piece where many business owners miss the mark, and that's in asking their customers to leave a review. Reviews on Google can do, amazing things for your brand and business, because most of us, that's part of our buyer journey. When we're considering a business, we'll either go on Instagram to see what you're posting, or we go to reviews on Google to see, what other people have said about your product and service. It is the best way to support a business by leaving a review, because it helps other ideal customers similar to yours make a decision faster in choosing your product or business. And again, think of ways of turning them into super fans. It could be by, asking them to promote their social media posts where they tag you or mention you. That's called user-generated content. And it's the best, because what it does for your brand and business is that it helps build credibility. And it shows that you have loyal customers that really believe in your brand and business. So I know what you're all thinking. You're probably all thinking, this is a lot of stuff. That marketing is just a lot of work. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it isn't. Marketing is a lot of work. But initially, right, the whole point of marketing is to get enough business in the door so then you can start to scale your business. Well, if you want, you can always scale your business through automation. So using specific apps or subscriptions that can help us amplify our marketing and meet our customers at every stage of their buyer process, right? At every stage of that funnel. So these are some that I've used and I've recommended to some clients. Others clients have told me about, and so I thought I'd share it with you. And what I did was that I divided it by the issue that they solve, right? So when it comes to awareness, we want to focus on blogging, search engine optimization. So these platforms here, SEMrush, Moz, and Google Search Console, what they do is that they help you with generating keywords that your existing customer uses to find products and services like you. And I have found these platforms to be extremely useful, not only for search engine optimization, but also for helping me build out content that I can post on my website or on socials that helps me really attract my ideal customer. So think about how awesome it would be to, type in, I don't know, small business, and then the return says, okay, funding, right? Most small business owners want to learn about funding. Then I'm able to speak about funding. I'm solving a problem. The next one is advertising, Rollworks, AdRoll, Sense, and Extreme Reach. This all helps when you're ready for paid advertising. So when you're ready to build out ads, these are great. They use AI and make it really easy for you to craft a message to attract your ideal client. Content marketing. Not sure if many of you use Canva, but there's a free version to help you build out content. BuzzSumo, oops, here we go again with this. BuzzSumo and Hotjar, those are AI generated, so they'll build the content for you, and then all you have to worry about is your caption writing. Social media marketing, so time, right? We all need time to market to our ideal customer, and we feel like the marketing is so daunting, but truthfully, you can automate a lot of this by taking a few hours of your week or day and sitting down and creating a content schedule, right? Where you just set up your templates, your captions, your hashtags, schedule it, and move on with your business, because you know that the whole month, your ideal customer will be receiving content for you via social media. Same goes for email campaigns. It may take a few hours of your day, but having a sit down with your MailChimp or Klaviyo or Constant Contact, each of these platforms have automations, flows, where you can create a series of emails that will send out to your customer at a specific day or time. All you need to do is, again, know your customer, understand their journey, speak to their challenges, share that you have common interests, and give them a clear call to action. And as far as reporting, to make sure that all this is working in your favor, again, I highly suggest that you connect your website to Google Analytics, because it will give you a lot of great information as to whether your website is more than just a fancy brochure, that people are actually engaging with your content and want more from you. So here are more resources that you can use, and I would take a snapshot of this. So you definitely want to make sure that you have a Google My Business account. Again, this is how most people are analyzing and deciding. It's part of their buyer's journey on purchasing your product or service, right? So we want to make sure we have a Google My Business set up. We want to make sure we're asking clients to leave reviews. And we want to update it with current pictures or current information that could be beneficial to your client, and also shorten that sales journey. Google Trends, again, will give you an idea of what are your clients using to Google, right? To search. What are the keywords that they're searching with? Because that will help you with, one, your SEO, and two, with building content that helps you meet your client at every stage of the marketing funnel, from awareness to consideration to conversion to loyalty. And the last part is the analytics, right? We want to know their behaviors. What else are they searching for? You never know what type of information it can uncover for your business. And if you're, oops, why is this happening to me? And if you are, sorry. If you are ambitious as I am, you can go ahead and visit grow.google/certificates for business and learn more about everything that Google has to offer, get a certification, and Oh my goodness. I apologize, guys. I can't believe this is happening with my. Can we go back? Yes. Um, you can become experts in your business when it comes to behavior, building out your buyer persona, and crafting, building, marketing strategies that actually have a return on investment. So if you're interested, there are certifications for that. Execute your customer-focused marketing plan. If you don't have a marketing plan, feel free to schedule a session with myself or any of our other marketing consultants, because we can help you build a marketing plan. It is the for sure way for you to, one, build out a roadmap of all those things that really make sense in terms of attracting your customer, showing up for consideration, and converting them and building the loyalty program. But also it helps you set a budget so that you can understand that there will be some level of investment in this, and you want to make the investments that make sense for your business. Because the idea is, again, conversion, return on investment, right? So evaluate what's working, what's not working. Make sure that you make changes when needed, and always focus on your customer and growing with them, okay? They may have purchased your product or service last year. Maybe their needs have changed. How can you meet them where they are now? So I wanted to leave enough time for questions, and I apologize that my slide was all over the place. But if you have any questions, now would be the best time to ask. So if someone can open the chat.
So we do have one question actually, and it's, should I create a loyalty program for those that are targeting my business? If so, how should I go about the program?
Oh, I love that. So yes, well, so I'll say this. I would say build a program that entices them to tag your business. But if they have tagged your business already, you can give them like their own coupon code. That way you can track if you know where it's coming from, because you do want to track everything. Numbers are your best friend and they help you make data-driven decisions. So I would say give them like a coupon code that is specific to them, and then track to see how many times it's been used, and if it's actually really working.
Okay, another one is, what is your opinion on text message marketing?
It is like the number way to convert right now, to be completely honest. And I would say it should be part of everyone's marketing strategy. And if not your initial, definitely for your loyalty program. Because once somebody has purchased from you, they're going to recognize your brand from their phone, and they're going to be curious to see what else you're offering. So, but also keep in mind the laws around text messaging. So as a consumer, they have to opt into that.
Someone said, any idea about the laws regarding privacy, or any idea where I can find real info? Factual.
Yes, right. So MailChimp is the industry leader when it comes to email, and they have a lot of resources on their website speaking to privacy. They even do a really great job of teaching you how to build your emails so that they don't go to spam, so that people don't unsubscribe. So I would refer to MailChimp because they are seen as the leader in the email industry.
Okay, and another one, I already have a loyalty program giving free dessert with my meals and drink. Is there anything else you can think about they should be doing? Yeah.
Okay, so I would think of something that doesn't require too much of your effort. So I'm not sure what systems you're using to track your sales, but maybe if that customer hasn't come back to purchase from you in, like, let's say a month or two, then I would segment those customers and maybe offer them like a 10% coupon, like off their next meal. Um, but I would evaluate even your current loyalty program to see what would make more sense when it comes to dollars and cents, right? Because we don't want to be losing profits just to offer a loyalty program.
Mm-hmm. I think that's it. Anyone has any more questions, feel free to ask in the Q&A or even in the chat box. Okay, what would a good percentage average of investment for marketing be?
Yes. So on average, a good percentage is 20% of your revenue. Why? Because I want you to keep in mind that you're going to be paying people to do all the things that you can't do. So from that 20%, you're paying people, but you're also allocating for services like digital ads. So 20% is a really good number.
Okay, and someone asks, how do I offer a free consultation to my wig business to generate new customers and sales?
Sure. So what you can do is, I'm not sure if you have it on your website, but you can always have a light box that once they visit your website, the light box pops up and you can offer a free consultation there. But I would do that, but also create a whole campaign around it, right? Because what we don't want to do is what I call fragmented marketing, where you have this light box, but you really never mention the free consultation on social or on emails or in ads. So I would create a campaign where, how can I position my message so that they're not just hearing free, they're hearing value, that they're going to get all this value from this free consultation with you.
Okay. I think
But
that's, oh, okay.
go ahead.
I'm using a one paper to generate, but I do not have a website yet. So what are other ways? I'm using text campaigns.
Well, what type of business is it? I need more information. I would build out, yes, wig. You need a website. We live in a world where people want trust. They want to trust in you, in your business, and what do they expect? They expect a website that gives them information, shows them visuals, allows them to purchase online if that's your business model. But I would definitely build a website. I would have my Google My Business ready and a lot of posting on social media, especially if it's a wig business. You want to show models, before and afters, the process. I would definitely, TikTok could be your friend, actually. What about,
Further
yeah,
went on to say, what about my social media for now? I have Google Business.
sure. I always suggest with social media that you choose 4 pillars of your business that you want to show. Okay. And again, 2 things to always think about before you build the content. One is this content building trust? And 2, is this content shareable? right? We want them to become super fans and just, we want to go viral, right? All of us want to go viral. So with social media, in order to build trust and in order to build trust and to make it shareable, I want you to think about 4 pillars of your business you're willing to show. That could be behind the scenes content. You don't necessarily have to be talking. It could just be a video of you doing something, and then you can just write, you know, a nice little message about it. That could be one behind the scenes. What about the product solves challenges, right? We want that definitely up and center. How the uses for your product and service, right? What are the uses? And then user-generated content. So get those clients to post about your product or service, have them tag you, have them mention you, and you want to share that right away, and also snapshot it and keep it for yourself, because you can use it for emails and you can repost it later.
Okay, so we have 2 more, which is what marketing strategies for B2B is the best?
Yes. So the best marketing strategies for B2B is networking, showing up where they are congregating, because as you know, as business owners, we want to be around like-minded individuals, right? That give us ideas. Best way to build trust. LinkedIn is really serious when it comes to B2B. All the large players are on LinkedIn. So I would invest in Sales Navigator, where you could build lead lists of B2B, and also start having conversations via messaging.
And I have a car dealership, but I am not sure what to offer to create a loyalty program.
Oil changes are always a good idea. So if you don't provide oil changes, maybe partnering with like an AutoZone or someone, where maybe you offer one oil change, you know, as a freebie. Again, it's becoming creative, understanding your clientele and their needs.
Okay.
Yes. We listen, those oil changes are expensive. If you give me one free oil change, I am buying my second car with you.
Someone asked, how do you create a membership or subscription?
Sure, I would need more information on that, but what you need to consider for that is your price point and the products or services that you're offering. So let's say you have 6 products or services. Is there a way that you can lump 2 or 3 of them together and offer a membership, right? And there's more that goes into that, because you may need a different platform for your customers to log into for something like that. So I would need more information. But for example, like with a wig business, right? Maybe you want to, if one wig is $1,200, then maybe give them a subscription of, I don't know, $3,000 for the year, and they can get 2 to 3 wigs, right, in that year, in that time span. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the wig business, but I'm just giving you an idea.
Okay, so how much should I pay for content marketing / media services and web page design? What is reasonable?
What is reasonable? I know it ranges. I'm gonna say this: you get what you pay for, and it's so true. I would say, instead of being focused on the price you're paying, focus on the quality of the work of the individual, and the what do I want to say? The relationship they build with you. Like, what is the experience? Like, are they going to help you come up with ideas for the content, like a mood board? How involved are they going to be? Because then I'm willing to pay a premium for that, right? With the web design, again, I'm willing to pay a premium if they see my vision and execute. So I don't like to put pricing on that. But what I will say is that websites should not cost you. I always see like these $7,000 pricing, and if it's going to be that high, then I would push a little and ask them to also include SEO, whether it's for a month or two, because then that helps rank your website higher, and I'm okay with making that investment if it's gonna, help get me seen faster.
I don't think we have any more.
All right, well, again, thank you for joining us, and you can contact us. Gabrielle was so kind to put the link to our Navigator program. Feel free to contact us. You can schedule a session with myself or any other of the business consultants. We have amazing business consultants to help you in different areas of your business. Thanks for joining. Have a wonderful day, and we will all speak soon. I hope to see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.